Hey everyone, welcome to another transformation video. This is, well, for War for Cybertron Siege's Voyager class Apeface, because I did not expect to actually have to do a transformation video for one mainline figure, but here we are because his instructions are quite frankly terrible. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with robot mode because that's how he's packaged. So I'm going to go from here to 8 mode to jet and then back to robot. So first thing, of course, if you have them in there, just get rid of the accessories, you know, the shield and gun, put them off to the side because they're not needed for now. The other thing is when he's out of the box, there's a good chance these will be compressed in. Make sure for robot mode they are out all the way, or else you're going to bend these up, and that's not going to be good. So just an FYI on that. So anyway, go ahead and remove the head as well. It just pops right out. It's not quite the same connection as before, as the Titan's return, but anyway, you fold the fists in like this. Real simple. And you go ahead and move them out so you can fold the elbows back. There's a double hinge back here. You fold them out and then tab them back into the shoulders, like so. Yeah, just you want to get them forward just so they're out of the way of the backpack stuff. So yep, forward and then back, and then you move them back later. But yeah, just get them out of the way. Then back here, you want to go ahead and untab the jet cockpit from there, and then just get it out of the way from here. Then you can just go and compress these. There's a very shallow tab on the back here, which the jet stuff is supposed to go into. So I'll move the whole shoulder assembly forward like this. I'll move the whole assembly forward, and then you can go ahead and collapse the jet stuff. There's a little shallow tab there for the wings, but because of the bending, because of how it's packaged, they don't quite tab in, but it's not super necessary. It's tight enough without it. So there you go on that. Yeah. And then down here at the legs, what you want to do is then take the feet and move them down like this to get them out of the way so that you can open this up all the way out like that. Then you can close up the feet again and move the toe up like that. And then you can take this leg and take down the armature and bring it up right here. There's a little slot up on the abdomen. You can see those that this little tab goes into, like that. And then do the same thing on this side. Move the foot down so it's out of the way. Open that up. Then this up and close the foot up. There you go. That's make sure it's in the tabbed in. Now here's the thing. This part right here, nothing here will hold until it's all 100% in place. Once it's in place, it's solid. But until that point, it is going to be shuffling around. So anyway, you want to move this panel all the way down so it's like this. And then move these up. There's a hook tab like right here, and another kind of somewhat of a tab on here, on this place as well. You want to make it so these all tab together like that. That will hook underneath, and that will go over, and yeah, hook underneath and go over. And again, this will probably come untabbed in the process, which, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a pain in the butt until it's all 100% hooked in. Okay, then from here, you'll want to take the head, the ape face, and move it out, and then this will tab in back into here like that. And what I like to do here is hold this all together, including this piece, with my multiple fingers. I kind of like this, hold it all together so it stays together. And then there's a little tab right here. You see that tab? See that tab right there? Yeah, right there behind, in front of my finger. That goes in this little slot here, right there where I'm pointing. You can see that. That goes in, and this whole thing wraps around, and these little where these pins are, right there, kind of go into this little these notches right here where my fingers are. These little notches here. That's where they go. And the instructions are really unclear about that. So you need to move this all down and move it, and it's gonna feel like you're gonna break something. That's one big problem. It feels like something's going to break if you do it the right way. But just keep pushing, and yeah, and then see that's all in where it's supposed to be right there. That's where it's supposed to be. This is all not tabbed in right here. Now it's nice and solid this way. If you don't do it that way, it will be very loosey-goosey. You can go ahead and untab the arms and bring them out. Unfold the front arm and unfold the hand like that. Same on this side. Untab, move it forward. Unfold this. And unfold that. And unfold the hand. Then the legs back here, you want to take the robot arms and rotate them up. There's a little tab here on the leg. It's hard to see, but there's a little tab on the black part of the leg that tabs into the purple part of the arm. Right here, that's where you want to put it. From this side, same thing. And then you want to adjust the legs so they're kind of down a little bit. It's only so, and here's the thing as well is you can only move these so far before they start untabbing this bit, and you don't want that to happen. So just try to get it all lined up right there. There you go. 8 mode. It's mostly ready. I also forgot you want to make sure to slide this in and peg it in. There's a little peg hole right there. I always forget this step. Yeah, it's right there. It's easier if you do it earlier, but you can do it at any point in time. Just be careful not to accidentally not bump this out of its slot, or else you will undo everything up here pretty much. And once you got that all done, you can take the little headmaster and slide him in right there, and take the gun, and in that forward peg you want to put the gun there, and there you go. That's his Apeface's 8 mode. Pretty straightforward. Just I would say also do this a little before you fold this down. I just keep forgetting about that part. You want to do that first, but you can do it like I showed you right there. But doing it first will make it a little easier. But you don't have to if you don't want to at all. It's just, you know, nice little weapon storage or shield storage, I guess. But anyway, yeah, that's 8 mode. So moving on to jet mode again. Just start off by removing the gun and the headmaster from there. And from right here, what I like to do to make this all easy to come out easier is just lift up on this. Makes it really easy, just bops all out real easy. And then you can take the Apeface and move it up into there, like so. You can then move this down. You want this part right here is going to fill in this little gap right here. So you want to move this down. There's pegs on each side of the cockpit, which will go in these holes right here. Make sure to move all the way down, so it's pegs into place on both halves. Be a little troublesome. There you go. That's, see, that goes in and fills in that right there nicely. You fold up the arms and peg them back, tab them back in where they were before, like so. Fold that up, and then goes over that big old tab right there, like that. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this. Be careful with this part. I've heard of people shearing this off, so be careful about what kind of force you apply. Just pull that off, get out of the way, and then you can move these wings out. And there's little tabs on the bottom of the wings. We'll go to these little slots on these things. Just push it all the way down, get into place. Push it even further down. There you go. It's nice and locked in. Fold the feet up as far as they'll go, and then rotate them up so they're facing backwards like this. So like that. And you can take the cockpit, open it up, take the headmaster, and seat him inside. There's little pegs in there for the feet. Be a little tricky to get it all lined up in there, but it's doable just because you're kind of shoving it in place. But yeah, you get in there, close that up, and then once again put that on top like this, same spot. Then you take the gun, and now it's you want to use the forward peg here because it won't fit all the way back here because of the Apeface. And there you go, jet mode. Which, yeah, it's easier to get from here, from there to there. Yeah, that was one of the things other things was that people were having a hard time with this part right here. Just getting it to peg in all the way, but once again, you can get it all nice and solid together in his various modes if you know what you're doing. And finally, go ahead and remove the gun. Once again, remove this very carefully. Get outside, pull the headmaster out, close that up, and we'll of course fold him up so he's ready to go. And you want to, these are more or less in place for robot mode, so you want to go ahead and take these wings and pop them up like that. Take the arms and untab them and move them forward like this, out of the way. Then rotate the wings up, and they will, there's a little slot on the bottom of the wing which will tab into the back of the 8 foots right here. And that's how you want it. Again, do not compress these wings down, even though if it's in like that in the box. Then you can take the jet cockpit and unpeg it from there, move it up. You can go ahead and start untabbing all this stuff. Which, yeah, this is now super secure. You go ahead and start untabbing everything like that, untabbing it from here as well, and extending it out. This flat part on this thing right here, on this white part right here, will go up against the leg like this. If you can see that, go up against the leg like that. fold the toe. So move that down, and then we'll bring this into the back of the leg like that to fill it in, and bring that back up as you want. Straighten out the leg. Same on this side. Untab it from everything. Untab it all. Bring it down. Should move that further out. Move that into the correct position. Fold down the toe. Move the foot down. Collapse that in. Make sure everything's lined up. There you go. Move the foot back up. So you take this flap, move it up. Take that flap, move it up, and these tabs right here will go in these little slots on the wing. Yeah, they'll go in those little slots right there. You can see there, and then this will tab into the back like that. Make sure this is just folded down. Then you take the arms and untab them and fold them out like that. Probably accidentally tied that in the process. Take the fists and fold them out like that. Plug the head back in. And yeah, arm them up as you want, and there you go. There's the robot mode. So yeah, it's full cycle. Again, it's mostly pretty easy. It's just there's a couple little spots, particularly with how the 8 head and whatnot back here tab into everything, and how the legs all come together and all that stuff. That stuff is really unclear in the instructions and makes it seem like it's a floppy mess when it's not. So if you know what you're doing there, it's actually fairly straightforward and really easy, like I showed. So hopefully that helped you about a bit, and you find this to be a greater toy than you might have otherwise thought of. You might have thought it was trash before you realized what was wrong. So yeah, because the instructions are really bad at it. So hope it helped you out, and I hope to see you in the review.